We're going to find out. We're going to make it or we're going to blow up. Oh, it's getting jumpy. All right, so we're in short now. All right, welcome to the stream. Thursday night. This has been a rough week. Let's go look at the dashboard here. So not going the right direction for this evaluation account for sure. So this strategy has been great until now, and this is where we're at. So, you know, it's common to have losing streaks. Definitely going to happen, you know, red days, red weeks kind of thing. It's just not good when you're in an evaluation or in a newly funded account where you don't have the room, you don't have that buffer to be able to have that day or week. So we'll see. This should be a good night because it's been a rough week so far, and with the statistics or the probabilities, should be a good night. If it's not, we'll be resetting this account. Right now, I'm at $148,063. I can only go down to $146,512 before this has to reset. So not great, but it is what it is. So let's go over to Topstep X. So I'm going to go over to my risk settings. Tonight they don't really count because I'm just going to blow out this account if it doesn't work. My first trade I'll be risking $1,000. Then I'll have to reduce that for the next trade. And that'll be it. You know, 2 losers and we'll be blown out tonight. But with a risk 1 to make 1.8 to 2, you know, normally I could have 3 or 4 trades in a night. 3 trades is usually when I'm calling it quits. So with 3 trades risking 1,000 to make basically 2,000, I could easily recover this entire account and be in a good spot. We'll just have to see if the market will give that to me or not. Normally I would be locking this out right now. All right, back over the chart, looking at the 1-minute chart with the NQ. Let's see where we at here. Kind of just sideways, right? Wow, look at that. It's just not doing anything. All right, we'll see if this wants to break out, get a trend going. That would make it easier for me. And then down here, I'm waiting for a flatline switch. Like it's not quite. Let's see if there's any examples easily find here so you can see what I'm looking for right here. So they say flat like this and then switch, then I'm looking to jump in the trade. So, but it has to be inside my window that I've tested. So my proven statistical probabilities take place between 8 p.m. and midnight, and then again in the morning like 9:30 to 2 or 1, somewhere in that area. The first one that sets up is the one I would take if I don't get any trades at night. All right, so just hang out and wait for a trade to set up. I'll be here till midnight, or I get 3 trades, or I blow out the account, whichever comes first, and then I'll be back in a few minutes. We got a flat line here. Let's see if it wants to switch. I almost missed that trade. Let me do my risk on it. Okay, check my calculator. It looks like about 20 points. And then if I look at the spread right now, we're about $1. So $1 in, $1 out. So about 22 points is my risk. 3 contracts gets me 1,300, too much. 2 gets me 880. Maybe I'll trade this in the micros. I'd like to be right at 1,000. So we'll do like 23 contracts in the micros. We'll see if the switch confirms, and I'll jump into the to the short side. If it does, I got 23 contracts queued up. I got MNQ on deck. Should be good to go. We're gonna find out. We're gonna make it or we're gonna blow up. Oh, it's getting jumpy. All right, so we're in short now. Okay, there we go.
Order filled.
All right, I'm gonna take it right there. That'll put me at 17.19 on the day. Yes, I could have waited for it to actually poke through and get to 1,800. But the way it was bouncing just before that, I was like, I'm done. I can't take a chance for $100. I'm good. So I risked basically 900 to make 17.19. So a good way to start the night. Let me update my P&L bigger so you can see where it's at. I mean, it's right here on the bottom here, so you can see that right there. But if that's too small, up here in the green, up here you can see the P&L, and I'm going to add a bigger one for people that are looking at it on their phones. All right, so that's huge. That's huge for my account. That puts me into the driver's seat now. If I can get 2 more trades like that, we'll be right back in the green and good to go. Okay, 10 seconds, 7 seconds. Looks like a short trade is going to happen. 2, 1, and I'm in this trade. Okay, where's my stop? First thing that I got to look at. 887 is my stop, or actually a little bit higher. 888. All right, profit 843. So I'm already up 1700. I forgot to save that when I had the risk settings putting it in for me. 2781 is the most I can make, and then I'll max out my day. All right, we'll say 279. And then my move to break even starts at 851. Just draw that line. Double check my stop, make sure I got that right. 878. Be nice for this to be a winner. Have an easy night. I've had a rough week. Be nice to have an easy night to end the week. Got 10 minutes left before this 30-minute candle closes. Let's go take a look at it. So I need to get it to break below all of this stuff. So not as easy. Easy when it's just retracing things. Not so easy when it's got to make new lows and new highs above the stuff before it. But in a way, this is almost like a bearish engulfing, which is pretty bearish because it opened above the green body and it's closing below the green body. A real butt bearish engulfing would be everything. Wicks the whole thing, but still looks like a good sign. That's on the 30. Let's go look at the 1 hour. All right, 1 hour basically retraced that whole candle. And again, my target is along the retracement of that tail. So it's not impossible, but it's a lot harder when it's got to cross the body before it. So it might just take a little longer to get there. Let's go back to the 1 minute. But like I said before I got in the trade, I'd rather be in a long trade than a short trade right now. But I'm trading the probabilities, and that's it. My brain's telling me one thing, the numbers are telling me another. Okay, on the move to the downside here. Man, it's tempting just to take my trade off the table at a 1-to-1. Just because I had such a rough week, this would be a nice way to end my week. But I'm not going to do it. I'm trading the numbers. Going to hang in there. There's nothing worse than taking your trade off early when you're not supposed to. And then you don't have those winners to pay for the losers. It's weird. It's a weird trading psychology. It's like, for me, a lot of times I want to take my trade off early. I see green and I'm trading the P&L and I'm like, oh, I just should take it off. Let me just take my money. I got money. Let me take it. But then when I'm losing money, I'm like, no, I'm going to stay until it's all gone. It's so crazy that you're willing to lose it all, but you're not willing to stay to make a profit target that you have a probability in your favor that it's going to hit. All right, now let's go in the wrong direction. Not looking good. It was almost so nice. It didn't quite get to my break-even area, so I'm still in it. I am worried, though, that this is one of those trades where it comes back up, stops you out, rolls over, and goes to your target afterwards. But in the end, it's really just trading the numbers, right? So I get enough trades in, following the rules. At the end of the month, I know what the data is supposed to do, and then we're good to go. All right, we'll take a red trade and then wait for the next one. No, it hasn't happened yet, but it's basically going to happen. New 30-minute candle just opened right by my stop. Yeah. Almost no chance. Even if it wants to go down, just that little push up before going down could get me out. All right, so I might reduce my risk on this. I'm in 3 contracts. Yeah, too late. Like if it wants to come all the way back down here, I'll just drop this in, maybe take a $100 loss and look for the next trade. Rather than losing 900.
Order
but
filled.
Too late. All right, it's too late. All right, so going to take a loss in that trade. So now I'm down. My account's still green on the night, 729. Let's fix that. All right, so still up $729 for the night. Looking for the next trade. When it happens, I'll bring it to you. All right, so it's past midnight. So that's going to do it for me tonight. The market's just consolidating sideways. So I'm going to close the night up $729. So not bad. I mean, it's better than a red night. I just wish it was like $3,000. All right, so I just shut down my live stream. Okay, looks like we're going to get confirmation. 2 seconds, and we're in the trade. In the trade. Short. 3 contracts. 3 contracts of the NQ. All right, risking 700 to make about 1500, 13, 1400, 1300, somewhere in there. All right, right in the support area. Just getting stuck. All right, I'm going to take my 400 off here because it's not going, and usually it goes a lot faster than this. Like, it doesn't take this many candles to get moving usually. So I'm dropping that. I'll just take what the market gives me. If I get lucky and it wants to rip down from here, great. But if not, that's okay.
Order filled.
All right, so I'll take that 300, basically 300 and change. Thought I was going to be closer to 400, but I can get back in once it breaks. Stop, sell, 3. So now if it wants to break, I'll get back in, and then I'll just miss out on a small piece of that. Where did I get out at? 6.6. Let's put a line on it. I'm looking to get in there on the break. So 6. So I basically
Order
gave up.
filled.
Okay, so I'm back in. I gave up $4 basically on that, or added $4 to my risk in a way because my stop is still the same. I'm gonna try to take 2 of these contracts out next push through, or one contract actually, because that'll balance it out. All right, so stop, sell. All right, limit, stop buy rather, stop buy. 1. Too slow. All right, scaling out
Order
that contract to protect my trade a little bit. And then I think I'm just going to take the whole thing next push down and just wait for the next setup because this really is taking too long. Was that 5 seconds before that candle closes? Come on. It's so choppy down here. I'm just going to drop it and then see if we get lucky here. All right, cool. All right, almost to the target. Spiking in. All right, if it backs up from here, I'm out. And then let's see if we can get a little more.
Order filled.
No. Okay, so we're out there. All right, stressful trade for me, traders. Stressful trade for me. So it just wasn't happening as fast as I would like it to, but basically hit the target. So I'll take that. It's not $1,000 victory or $1,800 victory, but at least it's a victory. Let me update my P&L. Okay, so up 1,658 for the day so far. Let me try flatten and cancel all my trades. All right, we'll see if we get another setup. Okay, let's move this over. Stop should be about 815, I think. Here, let's redo all this. Remove. Again, I feel like this is a 100% winning trade. I feel like I should just leave my stop maxed out. So I either blow out my account or I'm profitable. So I don't get bumped out on a little retrace. We got 15 minutes left before the new 30-minute candle opens. Plenty of time to work. We'll have a new 30 and a new 1 hour opening. So hopefully I can be out of this trade by then. Okay, we're on the move. Let me do my break-even line, which I might just move my profit target to 780. I've had a rough week getting stopped out, break even after I move my stop. So I may just move it to here. Start trailing it once it gets through my break-even line. Part of me says it's almost 4 o'clock in the morning. You have to wake up early. Just take your trade off the table now and go to bed. Could set it and forget it. I just always get nervous that something weird's going to happen. All right, we're poking its way down below there. My break-even line is when it gets to the bottom of that mess, which could see some resistance or support rather. So basically, I'm risking 1 to make 1 if I take my trade out here. I'll make a little more than my risk if I take my trade out here, which is nice. All right, I'm going to drop it.
Order filled.
I'm going to drop it and take it so I can go to bed. Although, maybe I should have gone back in. What am I doing? Should let the trade finish. What am I doing? Still, stop, sell, 3. I should let the trade finish, huh? Let it play out. All right, if it wants to come back down, I'll let it play out. Or should I go to bed, knowing that this could take forever because we got new candles opening? I'm debating in my brain right now, let it play out or go to bed. I really want to let it play out, but I really should go to bed.
Order filled.
All right, well, I'm back in, so I guess I'll let it play out. All right, got the target. Got better than the target.
Order filled.
All right, there we go. Now I got the full trade out of it, so that works. And I can't believe my eyes. I can't believe my eyes. I was not looking at my P&L. If I do look at my P&L too much, sometimes it drives me crazy. But let's take a look up here. So now we have $151,028 in the account. Let's see, what's the low of my account? Was it 146? I don't even remember anymore. Blowout 146 was my blowout level, not the low of my account. Blowout level was 146, so I was pretty close to it at the start of the day. The lowest day was 148, so it's, was at 46.5, so $1,500 away from blowing out is where I was. And then I recovered my entire day, and now my new high is today. So I've recovered everything, staying patient, sticking to my strategies, trying not to casino trade. Yes, it's almost 4 o'clock in the morning and I want to be in bed, but following the rules, I paid off today, which is awesome. So now my account is back up. So now I have plenty of room at my full $4,500 of space. Once this finally catches up, it'll be way up here. Back in the green. Let's go back to Topstep X and look at the performance stats, which will not be caught up just yet. So still trailing behind, right? Clearly I'm up $2,965 for the day. Let's go fix my P&L on the screen here. So excited, I forgot to do that. 2,965. What a day, what a day. All right, I'm glad I got back in and let the trade go to completion instead of being an idiot and pulling my trade off early. I mean, I pulled it off early, but then I got back in to finish it. So I'm glad I did that because now I'm green. Green on my account. So the high before this was like 151.11, I think. And by finishing that trade out, I'm 151.28. So a little bit, a new high basically. So we'll come down here and look at the week now. And now I'm going to finish the week up $1,028. What a roller coaster this week was. This is a hard week. But today paid off. So I started with 1,000 up, down 1,500, and then basically a flat day, which, like I said, now I can only lose like $3,000 now on this day. And then on this day, still, at the end of this day, now I can only lose like $1,500. And now with this $2,965 day, I'm back up, can lose $4,500 in the account and on my way to passing this evaluation. So next week, if things go the way it normally goes, this week was not that, but if it goes the way it normally goes, I should be able to make between $3,000 and $4,000 on Sunday night, at least $2,000 on Sunday night, but 3 to 4, and then Monday I should be able to do like another 3 to 4, and then Tuesday I should be able to pass. I was expecting to be passed by Friday to this week, but it's just a grinder. Some weeks are just grinding. And it's almost like that's when the market's testing you. It's trying to like draw you out to start casino trading. And then when you do, you lose everything. So I stuck to my guns, grinded it out, and it paid off. All right, everybody, we'll see you next week. Hope you have a great weekend.